It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to 2K Sports, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, sitting alongside the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal, and the prop plane, Kenny Smith. Tonight, we'll see the Denver Nuggets playing against the Cleveland Cavaliers. For the Cavaliers, this is their first time facing off this season. Last year, they split the season series at a game apiece. And tonight, two teams that love to get in transition. Shaq, talk about successfully running the break.
Well, I'm not a guard, but I have led the break before. And what you need to do, you got to keep your eyes ahead, have to see the whole floor. You got to be willing to make that extra pass, Ernie.
Wow. You talk like a guard. You were like a point guard up there.
Well, thank you.
Congratulations, man. But don't force things. That's the other part. You know, just make the easy play. And if it's not there, slow it down. Set up your half-court offense, and then get it into the big guy if you have one.
But don't you want to get the crowd on its feet? Don't you want to make that play that gets the whole arena up?
Yes. You know what they used to call me, Ernie?
What's that?
Shaquick Johnson.
Wow. Because he was like Magic, but he was Shaq.
I get it, Kenny.
Oh,
I get it.
Sometimes you don't.
Not that dense. Shaquick Johnson.
Let's make some noise for your Cleveland Cavaliers! Starting at center, 6 feet 10 inches, number 13, Tristan Thompson. At the shooting guard position, standing 6'8", number 1, Rodney Hood. Starting at small forward, 6 feet 7 inches, number 23, Joe Johnson. At the other guard position, standing 6'2", number 2, Colin Sexton. He's starting forward from UCLA, number 0, Kevin Love. The head coach of your home team is Tyronn Lue. Once again, your Cleveland Cavaliers.
Everyone is in their seat here at the Quicken Loans Arena in Cleveland as the Cavaliers look to grab a win here at home. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter David Aldridge. The Cleveland Cavaliers come into this one following a loss to the Hawks.
And that was a stinker. I mean, that's one of those games where you really can't find anything that they did well. The game just got out of hand and really just a shaky performance across the board.
Yeah, and I'd have to agree with you. And you know how optimistic and positive I am. But it's hard for me to find anything positive to take away from that. That's a game you just want to forget about as soon as you can.
Now the starting group for the Denver Nuggets. The guards are Thomas and Harris. Millsap and Jokic, the pair inside. And it's Barton in at the 3, the small forward. Now Hood, after Isaiah Thomas missed from long range. Hood finds Johnson. And Sexton has it in the corner. Offensive rebound. And the whistle blows as the basket counts and a three-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up.
And you just hate to give up those second chance points.
Yeah, those are back crushers. I mean, they really crack your back when you give teams second shots like that.
The Cavaliers shooting their first free throw of the evening.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
At this very early stage, we know players are still trying to gel with one another. But Clark, just how much can a team really change between the start of the season and the end of the season?
Kevin, it can be a night and day change in some cases because of injuries or change in personnel. Those things can show up during the course of a long season to make teams look totally different. And I think the changes that transpire with teams are usually more pronounced with younger teams because you can actually sometimes see those guys get better and better from week to week.
6 to shoot. And that one's good. Barton
Barton doesn't back up now. He really takes on challenges. Even when you rough up Barton, he's going to fight through contact and make it hard for you.
Now, here's Sexton. Last game he had 13. And it's off from three-point range. Harris against Hood. Jokic passes to Barton. Jokic inside. He's covered by Thompson. The shot's good from Nikola Jokic.
Tough shot that time by Jokic, finishing through contact. Great display of power and strength by Nikola Jokic.
Now, here's Sexton. Launches it. Jokic grabs the miss.
They're cold so far, only 1 for 5 to begin this one.
Lets it go from 11. Thomas's shot is off. Cavaliers have gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. Sexton dishes to Johnson. And he banks in the layup. Johnson's got his first 2 points of the night.
That was just a perfect possession, getting it in tight for the high percentage shot.
On the wing, Harris. Pass to Jokic. Back to Harris. Kicks it to Barton. Over to the wing. There's Thomas with the three. Third time is not the charm. 0 for 3 from the floor so far. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, a bit ago, Tyronn Lue and I were able to chat. He said that interior presence is #1 on their list defensively. He told me that they have to make it difficult inside and close out the passing lanes to prevent easy looks in the paint. We'll see if that works for him, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Here's Thomas after Joe Johnson's score. Harris looking it over from outside the arc. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers.
He's still fighting it, and sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets. He's trying to get in the rhythm, but right now he's playing hard, but he's hurting his team.
Johnson can't hit.
And low percentage look on that one. Not sure what he was thinking.
I agree with you. Not a good shot, not good offense. They can get a much better look than that, but they're going to need to be patient to do so.
Now, here's Thomas. 23 points for him the last game against Chicago. He kicks it to Harris. That's good, and it's Thomas picking up the assist.
You don't want to leave guys free when Thomas has the ball. He's really good at finding the open man. Solid possession there.
Sexton with it. Thomas is on him. Sexton the pass to Johnson, and out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession.
And checking out the stats for Jokic. Great showing for him last season. 9th in rebounding. And his passing skills were on full display all year. He ranked among the top 15 in assists.
He was a top 10 rebounder last season for good reason. He's an incredibly intense guy to compete with. And for a full game, too. I mean, just nonstop. Now, here's Barton. He's coming off a 10-point game against Chicago. In the corner, it's Harris. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. 17-foot shot on the way. The shot by Sexton, no good. Johnson against Barton. Pass to Thomas. Millsap kicks to Barton. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen. And now, here's the 2K leaderboard with the teams that last season scored the most second-chance points in the NBA. The Nuggets third.
That's an effort stat for me. I mean, it shows you how hard this team works in the paint. They continue to pound the backboard.
Now, here's Sexton. No points in the game yet for him. Hood against Millsap. Johnson right side. The feed to Thompson. Here's Hood. Here's Love. A stupendous finish in traffic.
Yeah, and his offensive rebounding numbers have dropped off a little bit the last few years, but Love still works hard down low and gets his share of putbacks.
Now here's Millsap. There's the pass to Thomas. They grab their own miss. Here's Jokic. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
How about that persistence there? Jokic refusing to give up on the glass.
And Nikola Jokic came late to the game. He actually grew up horse racing. Finally started playing organized hoops at the age of 16. You never know it, though one of the most skilled big men the league has to offer.
And Jokic, Greg, said he was a fat point guard until he got taller.
Well, even now, Kevin, Jokic, not the most chiseled physique, but the point guard background makes sense. His playmaking for a center is off the charts.
Shooting 2.
That free throw good from Hood. And the Denver Nuggets, you look at their improvement last year, Clark, especially on their home court.
Yeah, you know, they owned the NBA's 4th best home record last season, Kevin. Went 31-10, and, you know, some of it obviously is the altitude, but also when you've got younger players, they play better at home because they're not quite emotionally mature enough to be consistent on the road yet.
Both free throws good from Hood.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Jokic kicks to Lyles. And Harris wide open. He shoots. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Yeah, I like the way they're setting the tone. Really playing with a lot of energy here at the start.
The Nuggets trail by 3. To the middle. Here's Thomas. Passes it to Jokic. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that, Jokic has got 6.
Jokic has the ability to score from just about anywhere, but he's most dangerous inside. Tremendous skill in the painted area.
So timeout called here, the first for Cleveland.
And it's been a tough past season and a half for Isaiah Thomas. Traded from Boston to Cleveland and then once again traded to the Lakers. Rare to see a guy get traded twice in a season following an MVP caliber performance like he had back in 2017.
Looking at who's out there now for the Cavaliers. Larry Nance has checked in for Tristan Thompson. And it's Clarkson in for Hood. Now, here's Jokic. After the miss from Joe Johnson. Jokic, that's his 4th basket of the game, and he's only taken 4 shots, off to a good start. And it takes a certain team for Thomas to fit in with well. Wasn't the case, though, with the Cavs.
Yeah, Thomas is a point guard, not a pass guard. He's a guy that's going to look to score more than anything else. And it didn't quite work with the Cavs, but you put him in an up-tempo offense, that young man can flourish. Still young enough and is with a team more suited, I think, for his skills now. I bet he has a big bounce-back year.
Up top, Barton. Shoots off the step back. Here's Lyles. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Really active down there, imposing his will and force and seeing his efforts pay off.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. For the Cavaliers, Korver comes in for Johnson. And George Hills subbed in for Sexton. The Nuggets also changing it up. Mason Plumlee's checked in for Jokic. Hernan Gomez comes in for Barton. And it's Malik Beasley in for Isaiah Thomas. The position of power forward, Clark, that was your position. Did you ever think it would become a major weapon for stretching the floor as it is now?
No, I didn't see that evolution happening. I mean, again, at that time in the 80s, even into the 90s, you had the small forward and the power forward was more of an enforcer. I was actually kind of a hybrid at the time because I could deal inside effectively on the glass and because of my size and strength, but also could step out and put it on the floor and pass it a little bit. So, no, the evolution with the four-man in this day and age, I did not foresee that at all. Love what's happened with it, but it speaks, I think, to the athleticism and skill of these bigger guys now.
It does. And it's the Cavaliers with the ball. Denver getting their last shot to go. Hill drives in and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on Jamal Murray.
And Hill is really kind of a nice, subtle mix of explosiveness and outstanding defense. A guy who plays both ends of the floor with equal efficiency and effectiveness.
Shooting 2.
And the first one drops.
Yeah, you look at George Hill's game, and he doesn't wow you in any way, but he's a complete basketball player. Strong outside shooter, but might be most valuable defensively. Often regarded as one of the best defensive guards in the league.
Both free throws good from Hill. And with Hill and his defense, perhaps what is best about it is that he can guard, Greg, both guard positions, and that makes him valuable.
Yeah, and that flexibility gives a coach and his lineup so much leeway. Hill has a great wingspan, about 6'9", and can be very disruptive defensively. Very good at fighting through screens to stick with his assignments as well.
And here's Clarkson. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Atlanta. The Cavaliers shooting the 6th attempt at the free throw line tonight.
One shot.
And so he hits the technical free throw.
You know, watching Kevin Love, he's really got a ton of tools at his disposal offensively. We know he can shoot it. We know he can post it, but his off-ball movement has also improved. Love has molded himself into a dynamic scorer.
Now here is Hill. 17 points for him last game against Atlanta.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Clarkson against Beasley. Pass to Murray. The tray. The shot will not fall. Cavaliers go the other way with it. And with Love and his offensive game, he has even started getting more scores off of cuts.
Yeah, Love has a good sense of timing on when a lane will open up, and often will get matched up with a defender that just isn't as quick as he is. And when everything is clicking for him, he can light it up in a quarter, as we've seen in the past.
The shot by Clarkson, no good. It's Beasley on the wing. He's guarded by Hill. Beasley, the pass to Lyles. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. And it's Beasley, that time in the assist from Plumlee. Beasley's got himself going there, his first points of the game on the deep ball. The Cavaliers trail by 6. Hill kicks to Nance. Clarkson against Beasley. The shot by Clarkson, no good. The Nuggets shooting pretty efficiently out there. It isn't 48% in the first quarter. Pass to Murray. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. And here we go with the breakdown tonight of the front court and back court rebounding numbers for the Cavaliers.
And it's been the bigs doing most of the work on the glass, and really no surprise there. That's what you pay those guys for, to control that paint and haul in those misses.
Now here is Hill. 1:49 left here in the first quarter. It's hauled in by Lyles. Lyles got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Hernan Gomez. Out to the right wing. Plumlee dishes to Murray. An easy 2 points on the layup. And it's an 8-point Denver lead.
Yeah, off to a strong start here early. 6 points off second chance buckets.
Yeah, and you know what, Greg? You like their effort level here in the early going. I mean, they're really making things happen for themselves.
On the wing, Korver. Hernan Gomez covering. The offensive rebound.
And, you know, his ability to really stretch the floor with his shooting is huge. Something he does so well out there.
Murray, the pass to Lyles. Murray kicks to Plumlee. And there's the pass to Hernan Gomez. Good D from Love. And so it's Hill with it. He brings it up for the Cavaliers. Trailing by 5 and going against Denver, their first meeting of the season.
In their meetings last year, they split the season series. Happens a fair amount between teams from the East and West.
And, you know, when you only see a team twice a year, Greg, it's hard to really get a good understanding of who they are or a good feel for them. And oftentimes that can lead to a series split.
The Nuggets leading by 3. Murray outside. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. Love's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Nikola Jokic firing on all cylinders for Denver. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. A top performer in clutch situations. Joe Johnson discusses his mindset when the game is on the line.
For me, not wanting to let my teammates down. I've always been kind of thrust in that position. For the most part, man, I just try and take my time. Nobody's really helping on the last second shot. Nobody wants your man to score, so it's just a mano a mano, and luckily I've made a few.
I'd say more than a few at this point. Joe Johnson has shown, Greg, that he's capable in the clutch.
And size and shooting touch, 2 things that age well in our league. He can still get it done.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And when you consider how Denver is doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
Just playing suffocating defense. That's been the difference here for them.
You know, Greg, I love watching this team get after it on defense. I mean, they play with a bit of edge and nastiness.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. So on the floor for Cleveland, Nance is inside along with Love. Clarkson is out there with George Hill. And it's Korver in at the 3 slot. Hill against Beasley. Murray outside. Stolen by Clarkson. And here's the fast break. Clarkson leading the way. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, guys. Well, some have nicknamed center Nikola Jokic the Joker, and he does have a lighthearted approach. He said, "This is not a job. I'm enjoying the game like a game of pickup basketball in my hometown. That's the mentality. No pressure. It's just a game." He feels that staying calm helps him succeed. Kevin?
Thanks, D.A. Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. Here's Millsap. It's rebounded by Cleveland.
Yeah, that's just poor decision-making. He's got to be better in those situations.
Greg, I just think he was in a hurry. He flat out rushed it. I mean, I don't know what he was thinking there. He actually was in a brain-neutral position.
Denver in the lead. Murray with it. Now defended by Korver. Murray, no good.
Boy, the defense did an awesome job there, Kevin. Big-time work. Really distracting him, throwing off the shot. That's how you do it on D.
And Korver, a team-first guy. When one of his guys is open, he wastes no time in delivering the pass.
Here's Harris after the Cavaliers pick up 3. Hernan Gomez finds Harris. The Nuggets keep it going. A new 24-second shot clock. And the foul on Larry Nance Jr. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. A different look now for Cleveland. Johnson, he's checked in for Korver. Rodney Hood comes in for Clarkson, and it's Sexton in for Hill. Denver also making some changes. Jokic has checked in for Plumlee. Barton comes in for Hernan Gomez. And Thomas subbed in for Murray. Now here's Thomas. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Just 5 to shoot. Kicks it to Millsap. Over Sexton. Millsap misses. For Cleveland, they've gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Johnson, the pass to Sexton. Puts one up from 19. And that one hits back iron.
And he's just a tough defender. Good positioning to get after that shot.
Did a good job guarding the mid-range, extended out nicely, and definitely bothered the shot.
Now here's Thomas. Can they get it? It's rebounded by Cleveland. Johnson's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And Sexton has it in the corner. Out to Nance. And stolen by Barton. By himself. And Barton throws it down.
With the long arms that Barton has, he's an exceptional defender, and I think he does a nice job picking and choosing his spots to take chances.
Now, here's Sexton. Nance, outside. Feeds it to Johnson. Shoots over Barton. Once again off the mark by Cleveland. Denver's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. The drive by Jokic. And that one's good. Barton's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Now here's Thompson. He kicks it to Sexton. Hood deciding where to go with it. From past the arc. And another miss by Cleveland. Denver shooting around 41% on the night.
And, you know, for Nikola Jokic, I mean, the team is relying on him more and more now, and he's earned that kind of trust, and expectations are big every night. One thing he's got to get better at, though, is not getting down on himself when he makes mistakes. He's got to stay positive.
Now, here's Sexton. Following the missed shot by Will Barton. Clock at 6. Here's Johnson. That shot goes in. He now has 3 field goals and 6 misses today.
Johnson is used to getting knocked around a little. Love how he maintains his balance and focus on these shots.
And talking about Jokic, a fun-loving guy by nature, his teammates are trying to help him stay positive.
Yeah, exactly. Sometimes he's his own worst enemy. He gets frustrated and then things start to unravel on him. His coach said, I don't want him feeling like it's all on him. Can't put that kind of pressure on himself. The message to Jokic, keep it simple. Keep it plain. Don't overthink it.
Here's Hood. Isaiah Thomas making his last shot. Sexton with it. He's picked up by Millsap. And then slams it in.
And getting better at distributing in the pick and roll. Sexton wants to evolve more as a passer.
Thomas kicks to Jokic. Harris against Hood. Pulls it up. Misses off the left iron. Cavaliers have gotten a little under 50% of their second quarter shots to find the mark. 4 of 9 all told. Step back shot. Again, the Cavaliers score.
A dangerous scorer from mid-range. Sexton loves to take that shot when he gets it in rhythm.
Thomas finds Jokic. Back to Thomas. And stolen by Sexton. He dishes it to Nance. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Sexton's shot is good. Now it's a 5-point Cleveland lead.
You know, the timing, the rhythm, I'm a big fan of when Sexton can just catch and shoot.
Outside Thomas. Sweet little floater. Thomas got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well, I like seeing Thomas attack the lane. I mean, he's a superb penetrator and finds a lot of ways to score at the rim.
The open look here for Sexton. Off target from three-point range.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him, but luckily his teammates have picked up the slack.
The Cavaliers leading by 3. Pass to Johnson. Shoots over Barton. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. 8 points for Joe Johnson.
Love the shot selection of Johnson, a volume shooter who feels comfortable taking any shot available.
It's Barton with the drive. And so it looks like Denver will retain possession here.
And taking a look now at stats for Isaiah Thomas. Last season's performance for him put up about 15 points per, 4 assists and 2 rebounds. And he's very steady with that second unit, running the offense and getting them into their sets.
Right. I mean, your backup point guard simply has to hold the fort, maintain the status quo, share the basketball, and minimize mistakes.
Now here is Harris. And another miss by Denver.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
Sexton with it. Thomas is there. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And, of course, Colin Sexton. His college team once had to finish a game with only 3 players.
Yeah, he scored 40 that night. I mean, almost led them to a victory. He loves to play under the bright lights, brings great energy and enthusiasm every night.
Free throw good, Sexton.
And you see the speed, the athleticism, and scoring ability of Sexton. Special. A guard with a fantastic skill set and loads of potential.
Jamal Murray, he's checked in for Gary Harris. He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line. Clark, a favorite topic of yours. Great rebounders, glass eaters as you call them. Who's the best at creating those important second chance opportunities for his team?
Well, a couple of guys stand out for me in that regard, Kevin. DeAndre Jordan is terrific. Enes Kanter, probably, he might be the best offensive rebounder in the league, Enes Kanter. I mean, he goes and gets it in his area, out of his area, through guys, over them. Man, he's a terrific offensive rebounder. And I'd throw Anthony Davis in there, too. I think he does a great job on the defensive glass and gets his share of offensive boards as well.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Cavaliers.
Well, I'll tell you what, they must have had a good shoot-around because they've been fantastic from long range so far, fellas.
And something else that's stood out for me tonight is their efficient scoring in the low post.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Kyle Korver, he's checked in for Johnson. Clarkson comes in for Rodney Hood, and it's Hill in for Sexton. That's good from Beasley.
Oh my gosh, I just got that.
And here's Hill, who will bring it up for Cleveland. They'll be off to Charlotte for a game against the Hornets. That'll be the first half of a 2-game trip. Thompson dishes to Clarkson. Back to Thompson. Jokic with the steal. Now, here is Hernan Gomez. He's covered closely. Murray against Clarkson. Takes a 3. Hill pulls it in.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Pass to Korver from the arc. It's hauled in by Lyles. Lyles got 6 rebounds in the game. Hernan Gomez passes to Beasley. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Hill against Murray. Kicks it out to Love. Nails the wide open jump shot. Love's got 4 points in the quarter.
You know, that's what you want out of your point guard. Hill is really doing a nice job getting the ball from side to side and not hesitating at all in doing it.
Now here's Murray. He picked up 18 points in their last win against the Bulls in Chicago.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
Pass to Love. We've got 1:55 left in the first half of the game. Outside Hill. Shot clock at 6. Off target from three-point range. The Nuggets trail. Murray outside. The pass to Hernan Gomez. Wiles against Love. Outside for Murray. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Cavaliers shooting 47% in the second quarter. Korver gets a wide-open look. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. Hill's got 3 assists now in this one. The Nuggets trail by 4. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Beasley against Clarkson. And there's another one for the Cavaliers.
And after that ragged first quarter, they're getting some momentum, some confidence. Nice flow.
Yeah, and, you know, the game of basketball, as you well know, Greg and guys, is a game of runs. So their offense is starting to move in a positive direction now. Nice upswing here.
Here's Clarkson following the score by Jamal Murray. Clarkson looking for an opening, and the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
And that's a tough one, but on those illegal screen calls, the defender's never going to get the benefit of the doubt.
Those are facts, man. I mean, if he's sliding his feet just a skosh, the refs are going to whistle him for it.
Denver making a switch here. Plumlee's checked in. Now here's Murray. 6 points for him. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Wiles. Back to Beasley. Three-pointer. Bangs home the trifecta. And now just a 1-point Cleveland lead.
Well, I liked the first quarter he had. I mean, and I'm loving the second quarter even more. Playing with a lot of momentum right now.
And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Lyles. The three from Hill. Unable to get that one. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Cavaliers lead by 1. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Kyle, tough time getting shots to fall in the first half. How do you get back on track offensively?
Oh, we just got to keep on moving, keep on playing with the pass. And we got good energy. We're just not really making any shots. So we're playing pretty good defense. We just got to knock down some shots.
We'll see if you can get it done in the second half. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hi again, everyone. I'm Ernie Johnson, sitting alongside the Diesel and the Jet. Welcome to the halftime show on 2K Sports. An outstanding first quarter for George Hill. He had 9 points, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds. Kenny, your thoughts? How are the Cavaliers playing?
Well, I see a team that's playing smart, moving the ball around to the open man, just taking what the defense gives them. There's a nice flow, a nice energy, a nice synergy to the game.
And you, big fella, let's get your thoughts on the Nuggets.
Well, the reserves came in and played like starters. Gave them some big points off the bench. It'll be no surprise to see them get more minutes in the second half. They definitely deserve it. Though sometimes when you get more minutes, you get exposed. We shall see.
And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin and the crew.
As we return to look at the corner of Euclid and East 6th in downtown Cleveland, just a few blocks from our spot here at Quicken Loans Arena. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Cavaliers leading. Second half underway. Here's who Mike Malone's got on the floor. Millsap and Jokic, the pair inside. The guards are Thomas and Harris. And it's Barton in at the small forward. 6 to shoot. Hood finds Thompson. And the basket is good. Thompson's got the first bucket of the third here for the Cavs.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Pretty clear. It's smash mouth basketball. Pound that thing inside.
One shot, gentlemen.
And it's tied up with that one.
You know, one of the things I like about Jokic's game is that he's a great passer for a center. And in many ways, his game reminds me of Vlade Divac's.
Now here's Johnson. Jokic grabs the miss. Jokic has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Harris against Hood. Harris kicks to Thomas. For the lead. Second chance shot. Sexton grabs the board.
Now that's superb defense in low. I mean, they played it well. It's not easy trying to alter these shots without fouling the shooter, and that's a good job of doing both.
Now Johnson, following the three-point attempt by Rodney Hood. Shoots over Barton. He gets that one to drop. He's now 5 of 12. Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter. Thomas passes to Jokic. Barton kicks to Harris. He sinks the 11-footer. Harris has got it all tied up now for Denver.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm. And Gary Harris, a 6'4" shooting guard out of Michigan State. On paper, you might call him undersized, but with his strength and toughness, he's got it covered.
2 shots, gentlemen.
And if you're making a list of the best young shooting guards in the league, Greg, I got to think that Gary Harris is on that list.
Absolutely. A two-way player, defends his tail off, and offensively, he can score at all 3 levels.
And that one falls for Johnson.
And the versatility Johnson offers, it can't be forgotten. I mean, this is a guy that can play 3 to 4 positions, a lights-out shooter who also has that clutch gene.
And he makes both free throws. Nuggets have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Right side, Thomas looking to end his cold spell. Count it! And he'll have a chance for a 3-point play. Is on Colin Sexton. And for Isaiah Thomas going into free agency, what he thought might be a big payday opportunity was, Greg, anything but that.
A few years ago, he was talking about backing up the Brinks truck. Had to take a deal to prove he can still play. Has had a tumultuous past few years, but this deal could work out for the team if he can get back to form.
1 shot.
Now the free throw is good, now leading by 1.
You know, it's so much fun watching Thomas play. I mean, his game is similar to Allen Iverson's in some ways, particularly when you think about the confidence both of those guys played with. They never back down.
Johnson against Barton. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Stolen by Thompson. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, with all the turmoil in the Cavs locker room last season, some wondered if head coach Tyronn Lue's job could be in jeopardy. Despite leading the team to its first championship in 2016, Lue, like a lot of coaches, finds that his future in the NBA is always subject to speculation. Kevin?
All right, DA, thank you. Here's Thomas. Tristan Thompson picking up that last bucket. Fades and shoots. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. Love's got 7 rebounds in the game. Good on the wing, guarded by Harris. Sexton with it. Millsap on him. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And Colin Sexton, when it comes to scoring, the man shows you a little bit of everything.
Loves to drive it, loves to attack inside, improving his consistency from range. But what I love about him is the aggressiveness. This guy is always in attack mode.
The first free throw is good. Nancy's checked in for Thompson. He's perfect from the line this time.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
No misses yet. You can't do much better than that, guys.
Jokic kicks to Thomas. Good on the three-point shot. Thomas got the game tied up here for the Nuggets.
He can be dangerous from outside. Sure, he didn't get one to go in the first, but we know he can get on a roll and knock him down.
Now, here's Sexton. He's got 8. From deep. That falls. Great assist by Love. And 11 points for Colin Sexton.
And defensively, guys, they've lost something since halftime. I mean, they've given up open looks. They've got to buckle down and get some stops here. Play with some urgency.
Okay, we got a nice little back and forth going here.
Yeah, and I like it. I love seeing that. It's a lot of fun when that happens. These teams are going at each other from the outside.
Passes to Hood. Knocked away. Just 5 on the clock. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's on Gary Harris. And Rodney Hood getting traded last season in part because, Greg, he was due for a big contract this last summer.
And you just knew Hood would be a player a lot of teams threw offers at this year. Rare to find guards as tall as Hood who can shoot the way he can, just entering his prime. And the contract this team gave him might be a bit of a gamble, but it's one that could pay off in a huge way if he keeps improving.
And the first one drops. Both free throws good from Hood. And so it's Harris who will bring it up for Denver. Looking ahead, they've got the Jazz coming into town for the next game. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand. Thomas feeling it out a bit. Good D from Love.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage.
Johnson against Barton. On the wing, Nance. Clock at 6. Harris against Hood. Over Harris. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you could hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Cavaliers.
What a tremendous showing from the three-pointer all through this game.
I've been impressed with how well they've penetrated tonight, too.
The first one falls. Both free throws good from Hood. The Nuggets trail by 4. To the paint. It's tipped and stolen by Love. Hood dishes to Sexton.
And being over the limit this early really can affect your aggressiveness defensively. They have got to play under control.
Well, Greg, we know that Kevin Love is a great passer, but just how much more does that open up for his team?
I mean, his outlets get the team up and moving in terms of transition faster than probably anyone else could. It's very hard to double Love with the ball, as his awareness and that passing that you mentioned immediately will find the open man. Love's passing alone is probably worth about 10 extra points a game for his team.
And he makes both free throws. The Nuggets trail by 6. Thomas finds Jokic. Harris with it. He has 7. Millsap, and it's Millsap with the extra effort.
Yeah, Millsap doing good work there with the extra possession, converting on the offensive glass.
Outside Hood. To the inside. Nance. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Nance has got the lead up to 6 now for the Cavs. Denver's gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. Outside Thomas. For 3, Harris. Rebounded by Hood.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole, because he is just not there offensively.
And that one, good. And it's an 8-point Cavalier lead.
They're up right now because he's been dominant on offense. And, man, I like seeing him catch fire like this.
And Jokic slams it in.
And this is why Jokic is a star in this league. I mean, he's a top-tier center, and he can carry a team when he needs to.
Sexton with it. Now Thomas defending. For 3, Love. And it's Denver with the rebound. Barton outside. Outside Millsap. Harris against Hood. The 3. Harris misses.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones.
And stolen by Barton. It's Jokic top of the key. And now here's Johnson, the fast break chance. Here's Hood. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Hood's got 8 points.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
And Denver decides to take their first time out here.
And they're picking up a lot of fouls already in the penalty. Not a good sign. They need to focus on moving their feet and maintaining a good defensive position.
A different look now for Cleveland. Kyle Korver, he's checked in for Johnson. Jordan Clarkson comes in for Hood, and it's Hill in for Sexton. Big group substitution here for Denver. Plumlee, he's checked in for Jokic. Lyle comes in for Paul Millsap. Juan Hernan-Gomez, he's checked in for Barton. And Murray's subbed in for Harris. The Cavaliers leading by 6. Hill passes to Love. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points, so 1 free throw coming up.
It seems like they found their rhythm offensively, and they're shooting the ball much better out of the break.
Hey, I don't know if it was changing baskets or what, guys, but they clearly look a lot better offensively.
That free throw good from Love.
Early in his career, Love got the stretch 4 label, but he's always rejected it. He prefers to call himself a post player who can shoot.
Now, here's Lyles. He has 5. Near the three-point line, it's Thomas, and that one is off. And Cleveland will come the other way. Here's Hill, and the Cavaliers get another bucket right there.
And Hill is cash money from the mid-range area. You can't let him feel at ease pulling up from there. You got to make him uncomfortable.
Murray surveying the D. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Well, he was the 6th pick in the draft not too long ago, Jamal Murray, and started slowly, which can happen for a lot of young guys. Shooting percentages were down, turnovers up, but everybody knew he could still shoot.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. And Clark discussing Murray. This is a guy with truly deep range.
Yeah, in the gym range, Kevin, and his shooting motion stays consistent no matter where he shoots the ball from. I think his best trait, shooting the ball, is one that every team craves.
Paul Millsap is checked in for the Nuggets. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
And Murray has a full package. I mean, he's a deadly shooter and a surprisingly good penetrator, too. A terrific guard.
Now, here is Hill. He's got 11. No good with the triple.
And, you know, Kevin, that's what they want, an uncontested look from the perimeter. Sadly, they came up short on that possession.
Thomas kicks to Plumlee. Right side, Thomas. That one doesn't drop. The Cavaliers leading by 9. Hill has the open look. And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession.
And let's take a quick look now at some stats for Love. Last season, he played outstanding. 12th in rebounding, 12th in free throw percentage, and he was also extremely dependable behind the three-point line, finishing the season among the top 20 in three-point percentage.
And we talked about how strong he was on the boards, going hard at it at both ends last year, really helping out his team. Cleveland's gotten 1 of 6 three-pointers to drop since coming out of the locker room at halftime. A putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Love's got the lead up to 11 now for the Cavs.
And everything's flowing through Love tonight. And the plan is working like a charm. This has been a remarkable performance.
Now, here's Lyles. He has 5. Shot clock at 6. Fades away. And that one's good. Millsap.
Got to respect the jump shot of Millsap's. I mean, he knows exactly when he's got a mid-range jumper he should take.
Murray against Hill. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. No one had more success at the foul line last season than this group of players. 5th, Jamal Murray.
He was locked and loaded from the free throw line all season. Never suffered through any real lulls in that department.
Thomas against Hill. Outside Thomas. They get a hand on it. Now Hill. He's got 11. And that one good from Clarkson. Clarkson's got 6.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Now here's Murray. 8 points for him. Kicks it to Millsap. Shoots over Korver. Shot is good, and the Cavaliers lead cut down now to just 10 points with that basket from Paul Millsap.
Well, I like the way Millsap is always ready to be aggressive offensively. I mean, if he has daylight and he's got a good look, he doesn't hesitate.
Timeout called, Cleveland. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Thompson, he's checked in for Kevin Love. Here's Millsap. The Nuggets keeping it alive, a new 24. Second chance shot. Lyles passes to Plumlee. He wants to get to Millsap and does. Over Korver. Shot is good, and the Cavaliers lead cut down now to just 8 on the basket from Paul Millsap.
And, you know, Millsap ready to shoot anytime he's close to the basket. Gets it off before the defense can react.
Now, here's Clarkson. 6 points for him. On the wing, Thompson. He's guarded by Plumlee. Here's Clarkson. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's going to be on Jamal Murray.
As he often does, Clarkson pushing the action, drawing the trip to the line.
It's his first trip to the line.
2 shots.
Free throw good. Clarkson.
And, you know, one of those rare second-round picks who played well immediately. Clarkson was first-team All-Rookie and continues to develop.
So he gets them both. Outside Thomas. Murray right side. Plumlee in the high post. From deep, Thomas nailed from three-point land. Thomas got a pair of threes now here in the third for the Nuggets. And so it's Cleveland heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. A terrific tempo and a great pace. The fast break has been a central part of their offense. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. Mike Malone moments ago with some words for his players.
Raising a shot, no hesitation, we're back. They're trying to come every time, all right? Set our defense up, make a play against our set D, all right? We just got to take care of it and defend without fouling, okay?
LGA, he's commanding his squad to be smarter on defense.
Gotta find a way to just stop the momentum, and I think it's going to start with strong defense.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. Nance and Thompson are up front. George Hill out there with Jordan Clarkson. And it's Korver in at the small forward position. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. Here's Hill, following the basket by Paul Millsap. Hill kicks to Thompson. Dishes it to Clarkson. And it's Mason Plumlee with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. And it's out of bounds. The Cavaliers able to retain possession here. At the elbow, it's Thompson. Three-pointer. Sinks the three-pointer. And the Cavaliers lead by 8.
Improving shot mechanics. Good height on that jumper. Nice arc. I like what I see there from Clarkson.
Thomas kicks to Lyles. That's tipped. It's stolen by Nance. Here's Hill. And it's Hill with the jam.
And when Hill sees an open floor ahead of him, he's off to the races, using that amazing speed and length to get to the basket.
Pass to Millsap. And the call will be against George Hill. That's foul number 2 for him. Harris is checked in for Isaiah Thomas. Plumlee, the pass to Lyles. Here's Murray. Harris finds Millsap. Just 5 to shoot. Over Nance. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
And great job by Nance attacking at the rim. That's why you scout for effort players that do it consistently every night.
And Jordan Clarkson is going to pick up a foul. That is his first foul of the game. And the Cavaliers making a change here. Johnson's checked in. Will Barton, he's checked in for the Nuggets. Cavaliers on D. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. Hill against Murray. Up top, Plumlee. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Millsap. A terrific shot on the turnaround. Millsap's got 12 points here in the second half.
He's been a different guy here in the second half. His shooting percentage far better than it was before the break.
Hill kicks to Johnson. Again, the Cavaliers score. Denver calls timeout. Look at Joe Johnson. He's really been playing well.
And he's been taking it to the rack all game, and they haven't been able to contain him. They have to put up better fight on the inside.
Rodney Hood's checked in for Cleveland. Sexton comes in for Hill. And a switcher also for Denver. Jokic is checked in. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Mike Malone had some words for his team during the break. No surprise, he was not happy with the turnovers. He told them, "We are giving this one away, guys. We've got to be more careful with the ball, play within the offense, and get good open shots." Kevin?
Thank you, David. Now, here's Sexton, following the miss by Jamal Murray. And another 3 for Cleveland.
And that monster lead continues to grow. They are just piling it on now.
Yeah, it looks too easy for them. Almost looks too easy for them, I should say, Greg. I mean, their chemistry really, really at a high level.
And here is Harris, following Colin Sexton's 3. Harris passes to Jokic. Denver needs to get off his shot. Over Thompson. No good off the back of the rim.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Now, here's Sexton. He's covered by Murray. From deep, Johnson. Barton with the rebound. And so it's Barton bringing it up for Denver. 15-point game. And Thompson sends it back. Now, here's Sexton. He's guarded closely. Back to Hood. He kicks to Sexton. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. And Hood with the basket on the assist by Sexton. Sexton's got 3 assists tonight. The Nuggets trail by 18. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Back to Murray. They need this. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Thompson's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Now, here's Sexton. He's covered by Murray. Johnson outside. And they call the foul, so he's got the and-one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
One shot. And with their hot shooting here in the second half, their field goal percentage over 50% now for the game.
Yeah, it's not a surprise then to see them out in front. the way they've been efficient offensively in this half and actually throughout the entire game.
One shot.
With social media providing instantaneous news, Clark, players have to really watch what they say now. I mean, before they hit the send button.
Yeah, you got to pause before you peck, and you got to pause before you post. That's one of the things I would tell.
Well said.
That's what I would tell guys when I was talking about this landscape that they're in. Heavily scrutinized, and to the NBA players' credit, they've done a great job with social media. They're very visible, they're very accessible, they're well connected to the community through their platforms, but you do have to exercise some caution in how you go about your social media profile.
And here's Sexton after Gary Harris made that last three-pointer. Nice open look, but it's no good.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
Barton kicks to Murray. Harris passes to Jokic, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on Rodney Hood. That's foul number 2 for him. Kevin Love's checked in for the Cavaliers.
Kevin Love.
Murray with it, and it's Johnson picking him up. Fast break, here they come. Now, here's Sexton, guarded closely. The fader, and he gets the bucket. And that's 19 points for Joe Johnson. The Nuggets trail by 20. Inside, Millsap. The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
This is a fantastic performance in this half. He didn't play as well in the first, but you just know with this guy, he's always ready to turn it around.
And all around the rim that time before dropping in. And that's 18 points for Colin Sexton. Murray left side. Pass to Jokic. Back to Murray. Harris outside. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. Jokic kicks to Harris. No good on the triple. The Cavaliers leading by 20. Good on the wing. Millsap grabs the miss.
Tell you what, Kevin, they will take that look every time. Limited defense, great shot. Just came up empty. You live with those.
Now here's Murray. Now the pass to Millsap. And here is Harris. He's guarded by Johnson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Barton. The shot, no good. Good D by Johnson. May have been the 90s, Clark, when we saw the pick and roll really become a common type play. Defenses have now adjusted somewhat, but many offenses still rely on it now.
Man, you go way back to the 50s and 60s. The pick and roll has been one of the hardest plays to defend since really basketball came into existence, quite honestly. Puts a lot of pressure on the defense. And now, with the interchangeable parts that many teams have, you have the real challenge of small guys setting screens on big guys and creating havoc. So screen and roll action, always a very important part of the game and a hard set to cover well on defense.
That free throw good from Hood. Both free throws good from Hood. And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for the Denver Nuggets. Passes to Millsap. Kicks it to Barton. Shot clock at 6. Buries it from three-point range.
Very respectable perimeter game that Will Barton has, fully capable of connecting from there.
The Cavaliers leading by 19 points. And here's Sexton. Pass to Love. Beyond the arc. Good for another basket. He's put up 10 shots and made 7 of them.
Boy, it sure is a lot of fun watching Love bury these outside shots. I mean, when he's hitting from deep, it opens up things for everybody.
Now here's Murray. Pass to Jokic. Back to Murray. Barton finds Jokic. In the corner, Murray with it. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. And that's 11 points for Jamal Murray.
And Murray is really deadly with the catch-and-shoot jumper. When the defense isn't playing up on him, he has no problem going right up with it.
Sexton with it. Outguarded by Murray. Knocked loose. Jokic high post. Yep, it counts.
Boy, I tell you, he has been lights out. Sadly, they're still behind. He needs his guys to step up.
The Cavaliers leading by 17. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Jokic showing you the benefits of that work in the weight room, muscling right through the defender. You know, Gary Harris coming into the league, I think a lot of people thought he'd just be a Velcro guy. He's a smaller guard who plays with intelligence and great effort, but he's a lot more than that, folks. This guy has a lot of game.
Isaiah Thomas, he's checked in for Murray.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Free throw, good. Jokic.
Oh, my gosh.
And talking about Harris, that huge contract extension he signed, it really shows how valued a player he is.
Yeah, he's a two-way guy, Kevin. I mean, he's improved every year. He's got the fundamental, foundational skills that I think will lead to a very long career. He's accountable. He's humble. He's a low-maintenance guy.
Timeout called the Cavaliers.
Yeah, he's got to make some adjustments here. Just too easy to score in the lane against them right now.
Yeah, there's no reason why they should be scoring at will down there easily as they have. I mean, they've got to be more aggressive inside.
Johnson kicks to Hood. Sexton the pass to Johnson. Just 5 to shoot. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. Johnson's got 9 points in the quarter.
And that's the kind of move that will always pay off, even against tight defense like he was facing on that possession.
That feeds a reminder. Thomas has just about everything you want in a point guard. Can pass, shoot, put the ball on the floor. Offensively, he's got all the bases covered.
The Cavaliers leading by 14. Love finds Hood. Now here's Sexton. He's guarded by Thomas. Outside Hood. Lets it go with a 3. It's hauled in by the Nuggets.
I'm all right with him taking that shot close to the hoop, but really not from long range.
Boy, they ran the offense well to get this look. Even though he missed it, I think they liked the shot.
Now here's Sexton. We've got 1:18 left in the fourth quarter. Left side, Love. And Tristan Thompson gets the whistle that time. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for the Cavaliers.
Well, the one thing that jumps out in this game is the free throw shooting, which they did a much better job at.
Absolutely. A big plus. And oftentimes your performance at the line can be the difference in a game. And I think tonight we saw that.
And during the long NBA season, each contest important here tonight. Tonight's win will give them 4 on the season.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
Yeah, and Greg, when it is
two.
just a 2-game season series, the team winning game 1 has that slight mental edge going into the second meeting, knowing they've already solved their opponent one time and only have to do it one more time.
And you see the contributions from the role players on the team, and you can't help but appreciate what an excellent game it was for Joe Johnson.
He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
And so he hits both.
Oh my gosh, I just got that.
Here's Sexton. They can take their time on this possession.
It wouldn't be a bad idea. Just give themselves a little bit of a break.
Put on the wing and stolen by Harris. With the teardrop, Jokic, no good.
Yeah, good interior D there prevents the deuce.
And, you know, that's not easy at all. When guys get this close to the bucket, it's tough to stop the basket.
Now, here's Sexton. It's stolen by Harris. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Here's Thomas, and he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
Surveying the floor, Gary Harris recognizes when his teammates have open looks and gets it to him.
And stolen by Harris. High arcing shot. The kick out to Barton. Bounce pass from Millsap. And here's Harris from the arc. Bangs home the trifecta. Harris has got it back down to within single digits for Denver.
Perfect dime drop that time. Nice execution of the bounce pass.
So we see the Cavaliers get the win here. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans, but in the end, everyone's satisfied.
I mean, there were some times that momentum shifted, and especially early on, but let's give this group a lot of credit for that stick-to-itiveness in terms of finishing out and executing that game plan.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much. Kevin, you guys pulled away in the second half. What were the differences?
You know, we all contributed tonight, and if we have a well-balanced, scoring and we're efficient on both ends, we usually end up winning the game. And, like you said, the second half was big for us tonight.
You got it done when it counted. Thanks very much for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you next time.